Okay, hello. Welcome back to day 19 of the 30 for 30 challenge. Today's special guest is going to be Sandra Norton. She's going to join us very shortly. And while we wait, I'm just going to jump in and tell you some exciting news that come January 2023, I'm going to do a massive launch of Edge of Abundance. So it's the best opportunity if you have anyone that's looking to dive in, take a leap of faith into personal development and transformation, tag them in this page, get them to like, follow, and really come along for the ride. It's going to be the best adventure they ever had. And here is Sandra. Let's bring her in.
Finally. Thank you so much for your patience on that.
No problem.
That was a fun adventure. It's a good thing that transformation takes place so that we can believe that anything's possible 100% of the time.
Yeah, and let your champ. Okay, so thank you for being here.
My pleasure.
And yeah, and I wanted to go ahead and ask you to talk a little bit about yourself. Give us a little insight of who you are, and then we can dive into the question of the day.
Okay. Well, my name is Sandra Norton, and I am a powerful, passionate, inspirational leader.
Yes.
And I thank you. And I am a person who loves to connect with people at a deep level. So I've discovered that coaching people to discover their soul purpose, as I believe that they are designed to be, and by God, that I am participating in the experience that they have where they uncover who they are, and I get to journey with them in that experience. So I'm a coach, and I am excited to be here because I have been involved with leading teams for years and leading individuals. And now I get to put it to a very intentional experience and spend time with others that are doing the same. And it's pretty exciting. So yeah, I run a company called A Soul Purpose. And that's because that's exactly what it is. We're discovering your soul purpose.
Oh, I love that. So beautiful. Thank you. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And you are a mom and you're a grandmama.
I am. I'm so it's actually part of my purpose. And the first people that I recognized that I led was my own family, but the first person was really me. And that's an ongoing onion layering experience. So it is one of the greatest experiences and honor of my life. And they have taught me just as much about who I am as I have been privileged to love and experience them. So yeah, love my family.
Yes, I know you do. It's so beautiful. That's amazing. They're so blessed to have you as a mother and a grandmother.
Thank you. Thank you. They tell me that a lot. They do.
So good. Okay, so question 19. Okay, can leadership transformation permanently change you?
Okay, well, the short answer is 100% yes. I thought about this question when you proposed it the first time, but we're experiencing it at a level that is almost unspeakable because it's so exciting. And that doesn't mean that it doesn't come with a lot of challenges to get there. And I think every single one of us that experienced leadership recently in our program with HCL, but fundamentally we're leading ourselves everywhere all the time and have been. Where we were leading ourselves is the key, and the transformation of who we are, I believe, started a long time ago. It's just the levels and the accessibility that we allow ourselves to be transformed to who we truly are designed to be. So we can run into a whole lot of transforming into things that we're not intended for. And it could be through trauma, or it could be through a desire to change our lives. So we might put ourselves in arenas that really bring the best out in us or challenge us. So it can be done very constructively, and it can sometimes, happen in a situation that is destructive too, unfortunately. The cost is greater, but the lessons can be very similar. And that transformation at our core, I believe, it is our true design of who we are really intended to be. And when that transformation takes place, there is no moving from that place. You cannot deny who you are, who you're intended to be, and everyone around you is impacted by that truth. And you might have spent years hearing, little hints of that truth, but then we minimize it, we deny it, or we say, "Yeah, that's great, thanks," and we don't explore it until we can't deny it anymore. And that's, like I said, it can also be painful. Like, I can't take this anymore, and that's a great place to be, even though it doesn't feel that way. And when you allow yourself to really be in alignment with what God designed you to be, it's an extraordinary experience. It's our version of having a taste of heaven inside of us because he is working in us, right? And you impact others. The ability to consider that you can do anything is completely grounded in that truth. So you might fall off a couple of, steps. I know that has happened for me too. And yet the experience of what is true never changes. It's almost like you get into that zone, like an athlete would talk about, and in that zone you are impenetrable, and that is absolute transformation, and you cannot go back.
Mm.
And I think for me, watching people transform when they truly transform is exactly what I desire to do till my dying day, because it's been said, and I believe it to my core, and that is that the greatest day that you have in your life is the day you were born and the day you discover why. Yeah.
Amazing. Wow. Okay, so what I heard you say, something very, very profoundly beautiful, is there may be hiccups along the way, but it's like in transformation, you fall forward. You know the saying, you can fall forward or fall backwards. It's like if you're not in transformation and you fall off the wagon, it's almost you fall backwards a lot of times. You get derailed in life. When we're born, imagination is everywhere as children, young
Mm.
children. Possible to young kids. They don't even think it's associated to money. They just think everything happens by free. Santa Claus makes everything happen. And so along the way, as we get older and older, masks keep layering on top of us and guards keep going up around us. So every time we fall backwards, and we fall into the pits of disbelief and limiting beliefs and naysaying and all that stuff. So when you're going through the motions of transformation, you really realize that, like you said, the onion peeling, you start peeling back those layers and you realize that anything is possible. And when you do fall, because you will, there is hiccups along the way, but that's expected, you fall forward into those falls. So I love what you said and the way you said it. And it's so powerful. And I can see you impact all of your clients' lives. You impacted our big team's lives. You're very powerful and majestic.
Thank
Thank you
you
for being
so much. That's so kind. And watching the transformation that I've been privileged to spend time with you, and it is, I do feel emotional about it because I have had the privilege of hearing your heart and your journey. And you have been, you are our torchbearer, which is the highest honor of leadership, as we have recently experienced. And I have been, it has been just a witness of the beauty of who you are and the transformation of areas that were not accessible because you had them time, but you chose to unleash them in a way that impacted all of us. And I remember when we were deciding about the torchbearer, that it was without question. There were so many that were powerful, amazing, extraordinary leaders, but there was one that kept rising up, and it really just speaks to the greatness that I see transformation in you, because transformation is possible. But not only that, you're a living example of that. And all of our transformations can look differently. But one of the things that they all carry, and that is, pursuing who you truly are will never be a mistake that you can make. That's not an error. That's a privilege. And if you take that leap of faith, you will never regret it. Never. So thank you for being that person too, Parissa, and having me here, because I've been honored to be in your presence and know your life and your story. And it is, I'm just grateful that you're in my life and that you can go out and impact the transformation, especially with your children. They are so blessed, and I know that right now. So I can't wait to see what they do with all of that, knowing that they see their mother deciding to be everything that she was designed to be. So just love you for that.
Thank you. Everything right back to you, because as of yesterday, your daughter was named the torchbearer of her transformation group.
That's right. She was. Yeah, I'm so proud of her. Yeah. It was an amazing experience to get that call. And I always saw her as a torchbearer since she was really young. And she was a challenging torchbearer, believe me. I think most torchbearers probably are, right? But all leaders bring beauty, and she couldn't be what she is without the love and support and the of so many, like all of us, right? So she doesn't lose sight of that. So yeah, it was exciting. So yeah, I just really hope people will take the opportunity to allow themselves to be seen and heard and valued. And no matter what it costs them, no matter how silly it sounds or how ridiculous, or nobody believes in them, go for it anyway, because it matters. Yeah, absolutely.
Excellent. Okay, so thank you again for everything, for your wisdom and your grace as always. Thank you for being here, my friend. I love you.
I love you too.
Thank you. And I'll look for you on the other side.
Okay.
Hi, Sandra.
Bye.